Today I fucked up by taking my 4-month-old puppy dog walking. Today I fucked up by taking my 4-month-old puppy dog walking. I have a 4-month-old poodle puppy. I always take him waking every evening. Yesterday while I was walking, I noticed a dog walker with 2 Akitas. I should have been a bit more careful. Initially though the other dog was coming to say, but I was too late before I realized he was gonna attack. He lunged on my puppy. He bit on his thigh and held onto it for a good 30 seconds like a rag doll. After I kept hitting him repeatedly, he eventually let him go. I had to admit my puppy to ER. Fortunately he only suffered a chipped tooth and a bruised thigh. The ER doctor mentioned how lucky my puppy was. I will be more careful next time. Please take care of your little buddies while walking and be mindful of other dogs. This is not the fault of the Akita but the dog walking company that allowed a teenage dog walker to walk 2 Akita at same time. Too long didn't read. While taking my puppy for a walk, what I thought was a friendly greeting from another ended up with my puppy in ER. I would hope you contacted the company of the dog walker to cover the cost of the vet. I am going to call them today. Shall I just ask them for expenses, or if there is an official way I need to approach? The ER total came to $542. What is a Makita? I would work with a trainer to make sure your dog doesn't become reactive as a result of this. Sir, they are a power tools company. Akitas are notorious for this behavior. Best advice I can give you, always make sure you stay away from other dogs you don't know. Hope your pup is okay and doesn't have any lasting anxiety over this. Agree. I am not very experienced with dogs and I am a first-time parent. I will be careful next time. He is a happy little guy and sleeping most of the day. He is doing okay. This was not your fault. It must have been so scary for you both. Depending on your state, the company has to be insured for these very reasons. An owner would have to pay for expenses, and so do they. Be careful if they want your signature for anything. Sure, I will keep that in mind. Yes, it was scary and frightening. I am a first-time dog owner. I felt like I almost lost him after only spending 2 months with him. Dogs are territorial. It is recommended if you are out walking, and come across other dogs, give as much space as possible, go to other side of street, put yourself between your dog and other dogs, short leash. Things can go sideways in seconds. Today I fucked up by thinking that the I want to eat your PY sign was cool. So this was today I fucked up happened when I was in junior high and high school, so around 1996-1997. I am willing to share my embarrassing story with all of the internet. So I am now F39, was then in junior high and high school and was friends with another girl that was about the same age as I was, and we were basically best friends. We were both totally straight and she would have boyfriends like normal while we were growing up. We both decided somewhere in 8th grade to have a secret sign that made us both laugh. We would catch each other's eye in between classes or shout out each other's name and do the V sign and flick our tongues quickly in between said V. This of course is the sign for I want to eat your pussy. Yes. We thought this was cool, and no, we did not know what it meant. We did this constantly in the halls at school, at church, and in public. It made us crack up and thought it was pretty freaking cool. Then somewhere around the summer between our freshman year of high school and sophomore year, we were hanging out in her living room. She says, "Hey depressed __ popoto," and does the sign. Do it back at her. Her mom is walking through the living room and sees us doing this. She stops, looks at us with a disgusting look and says, "Do you girls even know what that means?" We're like, no. Her mom says, "It means, I want to eat your pussy." We just sit there and look at each other, stunned. That sign was quickly replaced with a swift high five. No wonder people thought we were lesbians. Too long didn't read. My friend and I were young and stupid teenagers by thinking that doing the hand signal for "I want to eat your pussy" was cool. Everyone thought we were lesbians because of it. I'm lost. Are the cats lesbians too? Of course the cats are lesbians, duh. I once saw a girl with the polyamory symbol tattooed on her arm, and when I asked her about it she had no idea what it meant. Poor girl. Never overestimate the importance of a good defense. And people wonder why so many lesbians are paralyzed by the is she gay / is this flirting or is she just being nice? Dilemmas. Straight people deal with the same thing too lol, it's just a part of relationships in general. I had a friend, F, in 8th grade that used to do this gesture while looking at me, M, during class. I never understood why. Did you have a cat? This seems like a pretty normal thing for teenagers to do in the 90s. Oh yeah, totally. But it made me laugh remembering this. Today I fucked up by trying to do the earwax candle thing with my GF. Of course this happened about a year ago, and I forgot to post it until now. But anyway, as a young lad, my mother would often give us the earwax candle treatment. If you haven't tried it or never heard of it, basically it's a hollow candle you stick in your ear and light the other end of it. It draws out all the nasty earwax and makes your ears feel good. So, the way my mom always did it, was with a paper plate, stabbed the candle through it, and a paper towel on top to catch the ashes as it burned. This was my first time doing this, and in retrospect, I suppose I should have sat and thought things through a bit more before attempting to go near fire, but here we are. I told her to put her head sideways and that it'd be really relaxing. So faithfully she put her head down and let me stick a flaming candle in her ear. What happened next? Well, it's a miracle I didn't burn the house down. All was well, the candle was burning nicely, my GF was like wow that's pretty cool, but then the fateful moment finally approached. It was time to cut the ashes off the top. If you let it be too long I guess it'd be a fire hazard. Think holding a long burnt cigarette above someone's head, the ashes could be bumped and go flying everywhere. So I cut the burnt part, about 4 inches, with a pair of scissors, and on the paper plate, paper towel they fell. As I'm typing this I really can't believe how stupid I was. Well, I forgot that you are supposed to wet the paper towel so it doesn't go up in flames. Of course I didn't notice things had gone wrong until I smelled smoke and looked down. To my horror I saw the ashes begin to melt through the paper towel, through the paper plate, which would soon be landing on my girlfriend's head. The best thing to do in this situation would be to grab the whole concoction, and throw it in the sink literally right behind me, and turn on the tap. Instead, my troll brain was like, hey bro, it's a small fire, if you blow on it, it'll just go out. So I blew on it, and the burning plate / towel / candle ashes flew everywhere. All at the same time, one landed in her hair, one landed on her shirt, one landed on her shoulder, there were some that landed on the rug I'm sure. Of course she's freaking out, meanwhile her dad's just in the other room, unaware of anything happening right now. I'm thinking this is it. The house is gonna burn down and we're all gonna die. I threw the candle / plate / towel in the sink and began slapping her shirt and hair to put the embers out. It was not pretty. By the end I burnt a hole in her favorite shirt, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't love me anymore. Too long didn't read. I tried the candle earwax thing but neglected one small aspect of the rig. Chaos ensued. I somehow lived to tell the tale. I can't believe people think this works. I mean, look in the person's ear before and after, it will be the same, except for all the ash from the candle. Don't do ear candling anymore. It's not actually effective at all. If you see wax afterwards, that's from the candle, not the ear. And as you found out, it's fairly dangerous. Hell of a blowjob. It doesn't do anything. It's pseudoscience. I'm getting so sick of seeing shit like this get normalized. Chronic earwax sufferer, invest in the elephant ear washer. Use Debrox to soften, may take multiple rounds of drops to break stuff free. And friendly reminder, no Q-tips.